Welcome to Fisherman Dean. We got some things to do here. Model A stuff again. Look what we're gonna do. So, dog bones. We got dog bones, bolts. We're gonna install some friction shocks. Offutt Hauser friction shocks. They come in zinc color. I painted them black, flat black, primed them with Rust-Oleum, and then painted them in a semi-gloss black. Put the balls on it for these. Got the dog links with the holes on the different sides. And we're gonna install these and see how it goes. $1,400 and some dollars, guys, for Hondu, what do you call them there, shocks. Not gonna do it. I'm gonna put these all the way around. I'm gonna make a custom solution for the back, but we're gonna work on it and let's see what happens here. So building a driver, so let's see if it works. Great. Take them off when I find some good rebuildable stuff. Until then, we're just gonna play. So anyway, working our way to Boxborough for this New England meet, so in September of 2025. All right, let's see what we can do here. One of the things you have to do once you get the actual arm and shock on the car is you have to install these dog links. One has to go on the ball for this, that's this, all right, and then the other one has to go on the ball, which is part of the spring perch. Okay, so that's what these are, and they slide over the top. And then what you do is you put these dog links, go over the top, and then you tighten these bolts up with the nuts, which are lock nuts on this particular case, and then it squeezes the whole thing together and attaches the shock to the actual spring perch, spring, right? I think I said that right. Let me see if I can show you real quick here. So this is the actual arm right here for the shock that I just installed, right? All right, that's got the ball I just installed on the arm, and I've got to tighten this up, and then this attaches to the spring perch itself. So that's going to be the shock for the whole thing here. So this goes up and down. It's a single spring that's center mounted, so this goes back and forth, up and down, and then so the distance between these things is what you're trying to dissipate. You're just trying to make it so you take the shock out of it. So that little dog link is going to go over the top of this and then over the top of that, and they're going to be on the reverse sides. So you can buy these dog link metal things with holes on both sides, or you can buy them with one side. This happens to have an opening on the opposite sides, or you can have it on both sides depending on what your installation is. So you have to figure that out as you go along. I've kind of gone and looked at a couple of different sites, and they've showed me that it should be the opposite sides, and that's what I'm installing. So hang on, we're gonna try to get this together. Okay, so hold on. A couple of things as you're going along here you need to look at. So the dog bones, just so you can see it. See how there's a raised area here, and then there's a inlet on this side. I don't know if you can see that well. I'll show you a little better here. See that little raised area right here? And that, so these only go together one way. See the cutout and the impression? So they have to go in. That's the only way that they're going to go in, and they're going to sit tight with each other when you bolt it together. I just tried to do it the other way around. Wrong side, wrong whatever. And they can't fit this way. You can't get them all the way together the way you want to get them. So at least I couldn't anyway. So for whatever reason, I probably still messed up here. But some of these two are this way, and you have one that's out here. Don't know what the difference here on that whole thing is, but that's what happened. So anyway, the other one I had two of these highs. This one has two lows. This has a low and a high. I don't know. The other one I had was a high and a low, and I didn't get these two right together right. So for some reason these are a little bit different. Figured out, I don't know. But anyway, just wanted to point that out. So here's my rubber ball. I gotta put that on the stem for the ball inside, and I'll show you real quick. Come down here. We've got one side together now, not adjusted, but together. So let me see if I can swing around this way so you can get a good look at what's going on here or not, but get an idea what we've done here. So that's what's in here so far. Let me come back down around this way, and you can see all this whole thing and how it's all together. The arm and this, and then the dog link onto this little post here, which is the spring perch. The spring perch here. So anyway, we're working on it, so hang with me, and we're going to do the other side now. Okay, so hold on. Yep. All right, same procedure, other side, right? So you put the rubber grommets on the little rubber grommets on that. We're going to spin you around here real quick so you can see. I'll talk to you while we're looking. But so I put the rubber grommet on the perch. Little rubber goes over the top of this ball. And then you have the arm for the actual shock that I put on, so you can see that shock that's bolted on there. Bear in mind, I painted that whole thing black so it wouldn't look like crapola. So hopefully I'm not bending anything or breaking anything with the panels here or anything. I'm hoping I'm not bending anything or destroying anything with what I'm doing. But anyway, so I put that on. and it's all bolted on through the frame. I don't know how well you can see that, but I'll take another spin over this way. Might be a little less of a stuff here, but anyway, so you can see where that is. I put that, bolted that right on. Use the same exact holes. These Offenhauser are friction shocks. They actually use the same holes as the original shocks. So this will put a little frictions. We'll take the spring out of it a little bit. So that's what we're looking to do. You gotta adjust them to the proper tensions, and we're gonna figure that out next. But outside of not having any shocks at all, I want to have something on here. So the dog bones are on. That connects the two things. Connects the arm for the actual shock. You know, it gets connected to here, connected to that. So that's the connections. This arm goes up and down. There's little graphite discs in here that you tighten, compression tighten against. And what happens is you get them tight enough, it slows this arm from going up and down, and that's what makes it, almost like a sandpaper grip. You can kind of slow it down, so it just gets rid of that quick bounce. It takes the shock out. I don't think it does any more than that. But anyway, that's what it's there. So we got the front end. Back is going to be a little more of a process, but the fronts are on. I got to adjust them, figure out how that's going to happen. But we're working on it, so bear with us. We're on the I'm trying to get to this whole thing, and like I said, I'm not going all original until I can find original parts. Buying all new shocks and stuff like that was $1,500 bucks. So we got to do some things. I did notice a couple things. When I built the car years ago, I put a brand new spring in here, and the spring leaves are all offset. And I can see that I never took the original thing off and put this little original shipping thing that holds the leaves together. Never took that off. Put a original replacement type shackle on this. So little things I got to do. We're working on it. So fun car. It's going to be my cruising car, and that's the main thing we're trying to do, is make it safe and make it a little more less bouncy and a little more roadworthy. So, but anyway, another little project just so you can see, and that's what I did today. So I did just the front, and I'm going to work on the back. I haven't ordered the back ones, but it's the same shock type setup. It's just going to have a different standoff. I have to build a standoff plate to build off the frame, because the perches are further out on the rear end than they are on the front, and the frame actually angles on an angle. So I've got to make some little blocks that go behind these mounts for these shocks, so you have the dog link straight up and down. That's the most important thing, is so it handles the shocking situation of this whole thing. So it's straight up and down. It can't be offset. And these arms being straight, I've got to kick the shock lever, the mechanism out a little bit. So bear with me. We're working on it. So having fun with this thing again. Little project to go on. Again, not all original, but as I go along and I find the original parts to rebuild, we'll do that too. But in the meantime, let's put something together that works. All right. Hey, appreciate you following me. Again, we haven't done this in a little bit, but like and share and subscribe to my site. Helps me a lot. And I appreciate the following. So anyway, have a good day, and thanks again for following along. Thanks.